Lawrence going to put it up right away. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night.
On the double.
On the option, here's Eckler. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And now Tua on the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The Bucs at 10-4 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Here's Tua. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us. No luck, just pure.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
2nd down, here's an option right. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence, 44 yards. And the Jaguars are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the... Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Lawrence. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They run the option left with Lawrence. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talked about that's exactly how they drew it up, because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellows up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
Hey, check mega.
On second down, they'll run it here. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ready, ready.
Tua sets up to pass it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And some space here. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Jalen Guyton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this, to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From midfield now, Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. What do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, exit.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, let's go.
Now a give here to Pollard. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the...
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Down.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa sliding out of the pocket. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Come on, set.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Cut.
Now Tua. Oh, he rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted.
He's got a man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 95 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Tua, a final shot before half. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Tua, fast pass outside complete and brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Play action. Now it's Tua. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jamar Chase from 13 yards out. And the Bucs are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he'll be out of bounds downs, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards there, just like last play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He's got this to Pickens. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 70 yards on the ground for him so far. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. CeeDee Lamb. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. And the Jags are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They go play action with Lawrence. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's going to go up top again. He's got a man complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Lawrence. Rolling, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence, that's going to be caught by Pickens. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line.
And Lawrence going to take it himself.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast.
Second and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line.
Hurry, hurry.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Here we go. Kill.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Trevor Lawrence
keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be